gathered around. Let's go take a look.
How's it looking, Doc? Is there any hope for him?
Chill, bro. I'm thinking. This dude's Milray, right? What a little champ. Barely made a noise, despite all the pain he must be in. Did he fight in the war?
That's right. We'd never normally send such a young Tepetlosaur into battle, but we couldn't stop him. Developed a real knack for sneaking past us and running off to the... He's a smart one, that's for sure. Might not be the strongest, but he ran ring. We even awarded him a warrior's medal after the war ended. But then he...
Poor little guy. All...
Hey, Kachina, what's going on here? Traveler, Paimon! Long time no see. So basically, there's this young Tepetlosaur in our tribe called Milray. We're not Nyan, who he grew up with, is here too. We're all really worried about...
When my daughter got lost in the mountains, it was...
To think that he made it through the war, but now that peace has finally come.
Steady there, bro. We'll find a way. Ah, you're that Cuckoo-thesaurus from the vet clinic. Huh? What are you on about? So this Aoife you just mentioned is actually...
Hey, yo, everyone! Please. For a juvenile saurian, he showed remarkable courage in the war. But he's too young to be... As a result, he developed a rare pathological change. The initial symptoms might not have been obvious, but he's gone untreated for...
You mean he originally got sick during the war, but the...
That's right. He may have just been acting tough this whole time. Didn't want his
Aoife, there must be something you can do, right?
Something this rare? I don't have anything on hand Good news is that I read about a similar case back when I was still studying. First up, an herbaceous perennial known as an ocean zephyr. Though they can grow practically anywhere, they're Second, honestly, I couldn't figure it out back then either. The name
Sacred flame? Like the one burning in the state... When Mualani and I took part in the pilgrimage of the return of the sacred flame, apparently there's sparks from the sacred flame itself. They even make you feel all warm and fuzzy while you can't...
From the name, I'd say we're looking for a rarer, purer form of sacred flame.
You sure there's even such a thing? We've been in that land for ages.
So it would seem, as it happens.
Huh? For real, Uncle Bacall?
It's a coincidence that I've even heard of it. Apparently, the people of I'm not sure exactly how they did it, but the other chief... Thank you, Aoife. Your diagnosis was a huge...
Sure thing, dude. I'll stick around until we've got some results.
Great. In that case, let's go our separate ways for now. I'll let you all know as soon as there's any news.
What up, my dudes? Hey, come on. Chill. The name's Aoife, a vet from the Flower Feather Clan. This here's my assistant, Kakuku. Dude's all
Where?
The Traveler in Paimon, yeah? The total package. Brave, wise, and strong.
Aww.
Truth is, I spent the war treating wounded saurians. Never got a chance to fight alongside... Yo, thanks, bro. I appreciate...
There was always a long line outside Aoife's clinic back then. Even Kakuku was so busy, he was running around like a... Seriously?
True that. More wounded were piling up by... Dude, the Abyss is no joke. Sneaky enough to hit us right where it hurts. There's some fresh talent rolling in recently. I'm hoping they could step up quick. But vet med's no joke. There's a ton of challenges to overcome before you could be a qualified... No matter how hard you hit the books, you're still gonna run into all kinds of weird diseases that are hard to treat. If my old man hadn't forced me to read all kinds of different stuff when I was a kid, I'd probably only be able to suggest a more conservative...
Oh, so your dad was a vet...
Yeah, totally. Our family's medical knowledge has been passed down over generations. My old man started steering me toward being a vet when I was a kid, schooling me on all kinds of herbs. My family's been vets for generations now. No clue who it was that back when I was a kid, my dad said something about our skills being medicine born of guilt. But the reason we got into it doesn't really...
Guilt? Sounds pretty strange to Paimon.
knows? After he passed, there wasn't anybody else I could ask. I figure it's because guilt, so I'm gonna do my best to make sure that doesn't happen this time. I don't recall ever seeing a record of any patient with his malady who was successful. Oh? Looks like the Chiefs are back. Let's go see what they have to say.
He originally got sick during the war, but
That's right. He may have just been acting tough this whole time. Didn't want his
Aoife, there must be something you can do, right?
Something this rare? I don't have anything on hand that could... Good news is that I read about a similar case back... whole time. Didn't want his
Aoife, there must be something you can do, right?
Something this rare? I don't have anything on hand that could... Good news is that I read about a similar...
The last time I was here, I remember seeing him happily.
Well, as the saying goes, illness strikes given that he first fell sick during the war.
Hey, little guy. Are you okay?
For one so young to risk life and limb on the field of...
Whoa. All 6 tribal chiefs in one place?
It's true that we used to hardly ever meet up like this. The affairs of our own tribe. These days, though, group dinners on our days off have practically become the routine, so don't look too surprised.
Group dinners? More like group mooching. You guys always seem to end up at my place. So shameless.
Well, your cooking is too good to resist. You've seen how hopeless the rest of us are in that regard. Anyway, let's get down to business.
Aoife, we've been informed about the situation. Once again, it's a good thing you... Milray and the other Tepetlosaurs have helped transport goods for the Flower Feather clan in the past. We won't just stand by and
I just happened to come across a record of a case like his back home, but I don't know anything about this sacred...
I haven't heard of it either. Can the sacred flame even take other forms?
It can indeed. While I've never seen in ancient Netland, besides the pilgrimage of the return of the sacred flame, it was a combat exercise held jointly by the 6 tribes that was even more intense.
Sacred flame crystals!
For real? How have I never...
Simple. The Bloom Flower trials haven't been held for centuries. Something seems to have happened the last time they were held. But it was so long ago that I don't know the specifics. The more reasonable explanation is this: that people once believed these secret flame crystals. In reality, they turned out to be far less miraculous than hoped for. In some rare, very specific circumstances, they proved the pilgrimage produced enough sacred flame, making the Bloom Flower trial...
I get it. So to save Milray, we have to revive the Bloomflower trials and get all 6 tribes to take part. Ooh.
I'd say we'd be better off not treating it like some kind of... All 6 tribes need to take part, sure. But not everyone has to show up. We can keep it Since the war ended, the pilgrimage has become more like a tournament for our warriors to compete in and keep themselves in shape. So why not let them hone their...
We should never drop our guard completely, even in times of peace.
I'm with you on that. Nothing gets the blood pumping like a contest.
No objections on my part.
I'll go discuss this with the others. I can't speak for everyone else, but
And I guess your vote was a foregone conclusion.
Nice!
thanks, everyone.
Let's head back to our tribes and see how many people are willing to sign up. If interest is high, we'll hold a...
Agreed. Rules will be crucial too. I'll draw up an outline. Let's meet up.
Oh yeah, and we'll also need some ocean zephyrs to...
I've got that covered. I just noticed that some of Milray's friends have shown up.
mean the Saurians? You're right. There's all sorts.
Kakuku, can you hit them up and ask if they'd be down to lend?
Sure thing, bro. I've got you, bro.
Must be nice having a Saurian companion who can talk.
Well, if that's everything.
All right, Aoife, let's head back. And bring these Saurians along too. We've got to teach them how to identify.
See ya, little guy. We'll come visit you again soon. Whoa! They sure are quick on their feet. Guess they're chiefs for a reason. When they decide on something, it gets done right away. But that's what you're here for, right? Whenever Paimon puts things off, even for just a while, you'll handle them straight away.
Oh, wow. Go away, bro.
Even Kakuku's done with this conversation.
I'll go spread the word. Kachina, you gonna sign up?
Of course.
In that case, let's head over together. Traveler, Paimon, see you at the speaker's chamber in a bit.
So far, so good. At this rate, Milray will be better in no time. Oh, you're awake. Wanna try getting a bit more sleep? You think so? Is he feeling hungry then? Hey, Kakuku, can you help us Oh, long gone. Oh no, he does seem pretty anxious.
I've read through your proposal, and it sounds like a great idea.
A case like his back home, but I don't know anything about this sacred.
I haven't heard of it either. Can the sacred flame even take other...
Even if it wasn't for Milray's situation, there'd be many reasons to start holding the Bloomflower trials again.
Far more than we anticipated.
Our warriors sure are fired up. The ones who came late even held a protest outside the sign-up booth. So we had to make an exception by adding a few more...
So many people have signed up that we've had to divide the competition up into main matches and exhibition matches. Each main match will pit 2 different tribes against one another. I'm planning to limit the number of spots for the exhibition matches. Accidents are more likely in tangled melees, so with...
Well, you've clearly thought this...
There you are.
Oh, where will the trials be held? I'll stop by later to see how things are going. But I won't be taking part.
The main venue will be near the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. With the
All right, I'm all out of questions.
In that case, we'll be off. It's time we...
Traveler, Paimon. Good luck.
Huh? Good luck with... what?
Hey, it's been a while, you two. Are you here about the
Yep, we sure are. Sounds like everything's going to plan.
Bloomflower trials? The name alone fills me with nostalgia. I first heard about it from my dad, who first heard about it from his dad, my old grandpa.
Guess that means they were last held at least 500 years ago? Wait a sec. No, it must have been much earlier than that, then. Whoa. When you put it like that, it does feel kind of surreal that we're doing something that hasn't been done in such a...
True, but I've got a good feeling about this. We'll pull it off, rest assured. What makes you ask? I've never heard such a rumor before. The rules governing the Oda resurrection have protected Natland for many long years, and these rules are themselves fueled by the Sacred Flames. In essence, Sacred Flame crystals are just another form of the Sacred Flame. I can't imagine how they could... So please, be at ease. And besides, even if they did harbor some kind of evil power, it will not cause any real trouble. Our main priority right now is to hold the Bloomflower trials so we can collect an...
It's so reassuring to...
Well, there, for example, it just came to my attention.
Huh? Who could they be?
You'll find out soon enough. Go on now.
Finally, you're here! That traveler, Paimon. So, hold up. What happened to first come, first served? What's going on? Why is everyone
So, you know about the Bloomflower trials, right? I mean, we're wondering, have you decided which tribe you'll join? If not,
what? We're allowed to take part too?
Given that the trials haven't been held in so long, we're creating a new set of rules for them, separate from the ones for the pilgrimage.
All of the chiefs have agreed, but whether or not you compete or which tribe you support, well...
As the hero who saved Natlan, your participation would be a huge morale boost for whoever you choose to join. In other words, recruit...
Oh, so that's what's going on! No wonder
Chief Acadal wishes good. And that's all for the chit chat. I hope you're ready for some How do you like the sound of luxury hot spring vouchers? I'll even throw in a selection of luxury hot springs. Sounds like Paimon's.
If you join the Scions of the Canopy, we'll hold a great barbecue in your honor. The finest quality meat. All you can.
And if you join right away, you'll even stand a chance of being taken on as a.
Yeah, no one wants that.
Sneak, you little. All-you-can-eat barbecue? Join up with the Collective of Plenty, and I'll provide a year's worth of training sessions and a personal. Paimon's not too keen on training.
All I've got to offer are freshly picked vegetables, but...
Ooh, could Paimon get some samples?
Fancy some flying lessons? Or you could just hitch a ride. I'll take you soaring through the skies myself.
Well, flying's kinda what Paimon does for.
I can bake Saurus crackers.
Oh, Paimon loves those teeth. Not just 'cause the freebies are tempting, but you know what? Paimon's decided to leave this one to you. Paimon's.
Actually, it's not a bad idea. There'd be 3 tribes on one side versus 3 on the other for those. So, first.
Huh. Hadn't thought.
What? Really? Huh.
Don't worry, my offer still stands.
So it's settled then? For the first half of the exhibition match, you'll fight alongside us Scions of the Canopy, People of the Springs.
Feels just.
All right, it's nearly time.